I did not know that this was a thing, but apparently it is. There's this rumor that HoneyKomb Brazy told, and how did he get out so early? Cuz got a 13-year sentence and everything like that. Man, he must have did something wrong. Well, Alabama actually, on April 17, 2020, had revised some laws. Mandatory release. During this regular 2015 season, the state legislature passed and the governor signed a law as part of a compensation prison reform package, Act 2015-185, that mandated release of offenders from the Alabama Department of Corrections within a certain range of time before the expiration of their sentence. Policymakers sought to reduce recidivism, if I'm saying that right, rates by ensuring some period of meaningful supervision for those offenders who, under the prior law, would have been most likely to leave prison with no transitional supervision, whatever. Basically, what they're saying, how I'm taking it is, oh, we ain't got no parole. So when niggas get out, they just get out. This automated release mechanism is initiated by the Department of Corrections and only applies to those inmates with offenses committed on or after January 30th, 2016. Individuals convicted of an X offense involving a child are excluded, as are offenders serving life sentences. Now here's where y'all gonna be pissed. Release of eligible inmates is based upon a length of sentence. The law provides for certain ranges of time for release and proceeding an individual's end of sentence. For sentences of 5 years or less, meaning if you get up to 5 years, then you're going to get up on the other side. Mandatory release is no less than 3 months and no more than 5 months prior. For sentences for more than 5 years, but less than 10 years, mandatory release is no less than 6 months and no more than 9 months prior. For sentences of 10 years, and this is where HoneyKomb Brazy falls in, or more, mandatory release is no less than 12 months and no more than 24 months prior. And that's where your man Brazy falls in, and that's how he got out. It wasn't because he did anything or nothing like that. The only thing he did do was pay attention to the law. But let's get into it. So I believe Florida does the same thing, right? Not as far as letting niggas out early. I mean, Florida does the same thing as far as, hey, bruh, we ain't got no parole. Once you get out, you're scot-free, go do your thing. But Alabama like, nah, we gonna enact the whole entire parole system. Now, with that being said, because I didn't know it was a thing that niggas was saying that Brazy told, bruh, eventually, what's going to happen is there's going to have to be proof in some of the things that people are saying. And I will admit that I'm one of the ones who was just basically going off of what's called common sense. But the problem is, in law, common sense ain't so common. A lot of us don't live in a lot of these states, so we never know what laws are enacted. That's like if somebody who ain't from, let's just say, California, is running around and got a bunch of weed on them. Well, in Texas, he going to jail. In California, the cop might trash talk and be like, bro, that's that BS you smoking, huh? Cops in New York, they can smoke weed. Cops in Virginia, not so much. Well, we just go to Massachusetts. But it's those things like that where people had to do the homework. Now, if you want to say, how did HoneyKomb Brazy get up out of there and everything like that, I get you. Because I was under the impression this nigga violated some laws. We just gonna say the laws. And on top of him violating some laws, they're going to put belt to ass. But fortunately for him, and he couldn't say it, but he was slight way saying it like, bro, I'm not finna serve out this whole entire time. If y'all remember HoneyKomb Brazy, when he got locked up, everybody was like, doom and gloom. Doom and gloom. It's all bad. That's the end of him. Man, you should have did this. Man, you should have did that. And 100% we all would be right for those who were saying how he should have operated. But he was the only one saying, it's going to be all right. I'm going to be fine. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? But he wasn't telling people certain things. And let's just be fair. Birmingham on fire. Nigga, you gotta hold it close to the chest. You can't let people know when you're getting out because everybody ain't rooting for you. But y'all see how it go. Cassie Diddy, y'all got next. Exclusive, baby. Cassie and Diddy, we settled explosive lawsuit amicably. And just like that, it's over. Cassie and her ex Diddy are settling the bombshell lawsuit she filed just one day ago, alleging he took it from her and engaged in trafficking her. And they said they're doing it amicably. Both parties released statements late Friday night saying the legal war was over. Cassie said, I've decided to resolve this matter amicably on terms that I have some level of control. I want to thank my family, fans, and lawyers for their unwavering support. Diddy similarly said, we had decided to resolve this matter amicably. I wish Cassie and her family the best. Love. The stunning announcement comes as the dust was still settling from the jaw-dropping allegations Cassie had leveled against Diddy. As they reported, she filed the Thursday lawsuit in federal court against Diddy and basically that he was forcing her to mess with people and dudes who was selling it and all that and participating in FOs. Like I said, the only FO we acknowledge is Brother 50, shout out Nightwood. In hotel suites for Miami, NYC, LA, Beverly Hills, and Atlanta. Although many of the allegations, if true, were criminal, TMZ checked with law enforcement agencies in all the above cities with the FBI, but there were no open investigation against Diddy, and I will explain to y'all why. The attorney denied all claims immediately and accused Cassie of filing a lawsuit as a last resort money grab, claiming she had threatened for months to write a tell-all book if Diddy did not give her $30 million. The terms of the settlement have not been disclosed, and neither party's statement makes reference to any money being exchanged. See what the internet has to say, baby. Never mind. Cassie took the money and settled. Diddy wins again. Money over morals. She is a clown. What a waste. I don't want to hear nothing else when that money run out. I will believe another woman that files a suit over charges. I don't care how graphic the story is. People don't settle settlements unless they're guilty. Otherwise, he would have filed a defamation lawsuit. The F you mean? Never believe another woman. Do any of y'all even know what a settlement is? Only Black Twitter can turn Cassie's win into a loss, somehow. I don't think you get how abusers would do anything in their power to make sure their deplorable crimes never see the light of day. He has enough power and money to make sure the case closed fast. So what you saying? Diddy was like, here, damn. Do you realize how bad it had to have been for him to settle? And so quickly. Whew. And this is just so disappointed on Cassie's part because clearly she was going to go through this stuff, but she literally took a tap out, and now it's going to be hard for anybody to believe actual victims that did go through this. Also, too, I truly believe that Diddy might actually be a lot more ruthless than Suge Knight. Now, is something to really buy your way out of a goddamn court case he clearly was going to lose. We believe her and we are not upset. She should have gotten that money and at this same time let everyone know how he is. The job is done. Why would people not believe the victims? The fact that Diddy settled so quickly is proof that these allegations are not lies. It was a civil suit. The justice was always going to involve money. It's not a waste. The quick settlement shows the public there's some validity to her claims. The court of public opinion has been swayed. Brands will begin to distance themselves from him and others will come out. For the record, I'm going to say it again. I believe Diddy did it, but I do believe she was a willing and active participant in that. Do I have any proof of that? No. Is that factual? No. Am I running with that? No. It's just my belief based off of that 30-something page document that I read because something about that did not sit right. Do I believe that he introduced her to the lifestyle? Absolutely. Do I believe she became addicted to the lifestyle? Hell yeah. Now, it's interesting because I think Diddy actually saved her. When the lawyer said that She was threatening a lawsuit for months if he didn't pay up. Bro, do y'all realize that's a crime in itself right there? You kind of can't do that. It's a little crazy. Extortion is a serious crime. And if they were going to do that, if they could have proved that she was trying to extort Diddy, bro, I don't care nothing about that book and nothing that she wrote. She was going to jail. So more than likely, probably gave her like $3 million or something like that. She definitely ain't getting no damn $30 million. I can guarantee you that one. And all that stuff and everything like that. But I think the final turn was when Diddy was doing a party with, who is it called? When Diddy was doing a party that was supposed to happen in Atlanta with his new tequila and all that stuff, and they canceled it. That was letting me know the pressure was rising, because right there, that's where you can file your defamation lawsuit right there. You were supposed to do things that was going to acquire you and accrue you money, and you didn't. People got to remember, defamation lawsuits have to follow 4 key steps. If you want a video on that, let me know. Put your thoughts in the comments, and I will 100% give y'all the video on that. But that's one of the 4 things, is that you had to have monetary gain lost. And so with that being said, do I believe Cassie and all those things happened to her? Hell yeah, he was messing with a 19-year-old, bruh. I don't ever want to know what it's like to date a 19-year-old ever. I don't give a damn if I get $1 trillion. I don't ever want to know what it's like to deal with a 19-year-old. But I could guess that she ain't going to want to listen. She going to want to go to Chuck E. Cheese, bumper cars and all that. I'm older, my back hurting and all that stuff. She want to ride the rodeo. And I'm sorry, baby, this is just a petting farm. But but either way that go, man, they was able to figure it out. If I was Diddy, though, I would have had her come out and give some type of ownership apology, because there was an industry insider, I won't reveal her name, even though I told her she should probably do that, as far as doing the YouTube stuff. And she told me, let me open up this message real quick, because I don't remember the person's name and none of that stuff and everything like that. She said that Gasoline Maxwell equals Cassie. And mind you, she told me this on Thursday. The more I read about the FO and Cassie reports organizing them, hiring the workers, it seems she doesn't want to be held accountable if this comes out. She said they flew in male guys and it grew bigger and they became a lot more work to organize. They even pulled a video of Diddy walking in with the IV drip, which she did mention. If, you know, a bunch of other things. But, yeah, bruh, this was a money grab. But so what? Who cares? Because ultimately, at the end, if I'm Diddy, I'm not settling that lawsuit. I don't care. I don't settle. I take it to war. I'm Donald Trump with that one. But, hey, some people, y'all let me know. Next story. Russ, burglars stole my guns from my home, took my girlfriend's Benz too. Russ says he's the victim of a home burglary in Georgia, telling cops thieves made off with 5 guns, a pair of designer purses, and his girlfriend's Mercedes-Benz. According to the police report, the Roswell Police Department says the rapper called them a little before 1 a.m. Friday and reported seeing burglars on his home security camera. Cops say when they got there, the front door was open and the place had clearly been ransacked, though the alleged burglars appeared to be gone. Russ was not home at the time, got on FaceTime with officers as they toured the home, telling them 5 firearms were taken, as well as 2 purses and his girlfriend's 2020 Mercedes-Benz C-Class AMG. Police say the losing control rapper told them guns taken included a pair of Glock 19s, a CZ Scorpion. Oh, shout out. Hey, Russ, you just became a homie. I got a CZ Scorpion, homie. And 2 Walther handguns, all 9mm firearms. As for the designer bags, Russ claims thieves made off with 2 Chanel purses, a pink one valued at $15K and a black one valued at $9K. Police say the initial review of surveillance footage shows at least 2 people entering the home from the basement patio door around 10:15 Thursday before walking right out the front door around midnight with backpacks and suitcases. Police say the individuals were wearing gloves and jackets, but they couldn't make out any identifying features about them, at least for now. And y'all thought y'all could only get y'all homes burglarized in goddamn California. Nope. And guess what, bruh? Georgia been doing this. Remember, they got that drug rich RICO going on. And what was they known for? Hidden houses. You know the worst thing about security cameras, bruh? Y'all gonna agree, and this gonna sound messed up. The worst thing about security cameras is ain't nothing you can do but watch somebody rob you for your shit. I ain't gonna hold you. I would be pissed off, but then again, it's like, come on, man, damn, I can't do nothing. Nigga, I'd have been on that FaceTime with that Ring doorbell. Hey, no, not the car, not the persons, not my guns. Please, hey, look, man, I'll cash app y'all right now if you leave it right now. It happens, bruh. Russ got the bread. All that stuff, fortunately, is replaceable. Thank goodness nobody was there. Russ, you obviously got to update your home stuff and everything like that. I'm going to tell y'all, one of the worst things that's disappearing from the modern home is metal doors. Those screen metal doors, whether they come in black, white, green, red, blue. Those doors are actually helping people. Now, I'm not saying go back to old school way and put bars on your homes and stuff like that, but at this point in time, shit, you might want to think about it, bruh. Because when all I see, if I'm about to go hit a house, bruh, B&E, and this is what the rappers told me, I don't know, I never participated in any street activities and stuff like that, according to what everybody said about me, so I'm just going to run with what they say. From what the rappers tell me, bruh, the easiest thing to do is get into those doors because it's only one layer of defense. I know I got a couple of minutes before everything goes off, but I can get off by that time. Now, I will say this, Russ, shit, it is what it is. I don't want to laugh at cuz, but it is what it is, bro. You win some, you lose some. Just figure out how to figure it out, bro. Much blessings to you, and hey, shout out on the album. YNW Melly's lawyer has filed a motion to suppress evidence against the rapper, claiming that the Apple iPhone X seized on the night that YNW Juvie and YNW Sack Chaser were killed was done so with a legally deficient affidavit, according to documents just obtained. Benjamin claims that, well, hold on, let me put cuz first name. Yeah, all right, that's cool. Benjamin claims that there was no probable cause to seize and search the phone, and the basis on which the affidavit was signed and the subsequent warrant was issued was therefore a violation of the 4th Amendment and 14th Amendment rights against illegal search and seizure. Furthermore, the motion to suppress reveals that the affidavit was signed by Detective Moretti, who has already faced his fair share of legal hurdles thanks to his alleged intimidation of witnesses and the first double homicide that ended in a mistrial. What's more, Detective Moretti failed to fill out the paperwork the way he was supposed to, including input information like whether Detective Moretti had any familiarity with homicide investigations and failing to indicate what education, training, or experience he had in such investigations. Judge John Murphy has yet to rule on the motion. YNW Melly's team have been enjoying a series of wins in court, with their most recent coming last week when the defense team succeeded in having a jury struck down thanks to a legal misstep by the state, a move that was met with strong consternation by the prosecution. In a memorandum of law filed on November 8th, Assistant State Attorney Alexandra Bucklew stated that she, on behalf of the state of Florida, objected to the dismissal of the jury during the voir dire process due to the defendant's claim of an improper line of questioning, a seemingly minor misstep that resulted in the entire jury being dismissed at the defense request, and a request which was agreed to by Judge John Murphy. What's more, Bucklew remarked that the state of Florida was afraid of being unduly prejudiced if indeed the defense continued to raise objections about the impaneled jurors. The state fears that every time the state objects and the objection is sustained, the defense will move to start over because it affects their credibility with jurors, she wrote in part. YNW Melly is accused of conspiring with YNW Borland in 2018 to kill their two friends, YNW Juvie and YNW Sack Chaser, the stage of their deaths as a drive-by shooting. If YNW Melly is convicted, he could face the death penalty. Now, I don't believe that them text messages really did anything. we all watched the trial, so I don't have to go into it. But me personally, I don't believe that the text messages really had anything to do with the case at all. But if it's able to suppress the cell phone towers and stuff like that, bro, I ain't gonna hold you. There's no way in hell that they can say emphatically that YNW Melly killed them boys. Bro, if he pulls this off, I'm moving to Florida and doing all my crimes there. Nah, I'm joking. Let's put it this way. A lot of people get mad at me for saying this because you just don't understand. The cops can't behave like criminals because if they're criminals, they're no longer cops. We have a set of laws, a set of standards, a set of practices that the police have to follow, that detectives have to follow, that everybody has to follow when you're in this line of work. They get paid to do it. You're not paid as a citizen to obey the law, because I'm pretty sure if you did, you would. But the police are absolutely paid to enforce the law. So when they're not doing their jobs, that means that either they're incompetent, which means they shouldn't be in there in the first place, or they're covering something up, which means that they're in on it. And I'm not accusing Moretti of being in on it. I'm accusing Moretti of focusing in like a laser, and no matter what result that was going to be had, he wanted to have his own. Whether fair, foul, or not, that's on him. But at the very end of the day, you cannot and should not operate like this. And y'all gonna get pissed off and call me a fanboy because I know Track and other people and all that and everything. It's not that at all, bro. The cops are smarter than the criminals. The criminals' jobs is not to get caught. And I'm not saying YNW Melly did it or didn't do it. But what I'm saying is that the way in which them cops are behaving, that don't give pause for speculation. That don't have you go down. Nigga, why did you need to do all that? Y'all already have all this stuff. It's not like you can delete messages and then they gone forever. It's not like that at all. So what he did, he didn't even need to do. That's the problem with all of this stuff, bro. Is technology is such advanced that it don't matter what you're doing. Somebody knows that you're doing it. So what's the point of you behaving like one of the criminals that you're trying to arrest? Bruh, it is a strong possibility that by law, by law, he has to dismiss it. He has to suppress the evidence by law, because if you didn't fill it out the proper way, you ain't supposed to get it. It's just like some of y'all who try to buy a house, get a loan, get anything where you have to fill every single damn thing out. What ends up happening, if you ever had to buy life insurance and you miss putting your signature on one of the things, what does the insurance agent do? He double backs and gets your signature again, because if he puts that damn thing out, it's going to be an invalid document / an invalid agreement. And it's shit like that that people do have to take notice of. That judge has to suppress that evidence if this is true. And it seems as though he's being more fair than the judge up north, Glanville. Y'all check out that video, man. Why Self for Life?